Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Woodbridge High School, first round of the GMC basketball tournament for the boys side. My name is Kyle Anderson. I'm here and joined by 2019 Woodbridge High School Barron graduate, Stefan Lally.
Thank you, Kyle.
Stefan,
Thanks for having me.
How you doing?
Good. 2016.
2016.
Everybody makes me younger by the day.
2016 graduate. I'm sorry, this must bring back a lot of memories for you.
A lot of memories, great games.
You guys had really good teams back then.
We
right?
did.
Yeah.
We did. Zanier Schuler, the last 1,000-point scorer, was on the Woodbridge High School basketball team at the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you bring that up. So we have the 14-6 Barons going up against the 17-2 Calvary Christian Lions, and they're based out of Old Bridge. I think we went and saw them play last year in Spotswood. Here we go for the jump ball.
Woodbridge ball.
All right. Tap was won by the Barons. So 17-2 Lions versus the 14-6 Woodbridge Barons.
The Lions have made their way pretty easily through the gold division. How do you think they match up against the Barons?
Well, there's a big difference between the divisions, and we found that out last weekend when we played East Brunswick, who had a losing record in the red division,
right,
and we lost by 6 points. So they're going to see Calvary Christian's going to see some good defense and some maybe some things as far as the aggressiveness that you see in the white division that they might not see in the gold. Just like that.
Speaking of the defense, you were just talking about that.
Yep. Brian Anderson gets on the ground. Now Nadino Joseph. And here they go. They're going to bring it back out.
Slow it down a little bit, set up the possession.
Yeah. And you mentioned Zanier Schuler being a 1,000-point scorer. We have a player, Micah Eason, and there's Derek Anderson, slashes in for a layup. Micah Eason, a senior guard, is maybe about 16 or 18 points away from 1,000. Here's that pressure. Nice play by number 10 from Calvary Christian, Jackson O'Connor. All right. So a little bit of an up-tempo game right away, and this might be something that is by design with Woodbridge to see if Calvary Christian can keep up with that.
I'm seeing that. A few offensive struggles. Hopefully they get themselves in this game. Could be a good matchup.
Yeah. So right now they're in, looks like they're in a zone defense, and if they did their scouting report, that was something that Woodbridge struggled against this year.
Good bucket by Brian.
Brian Anderson, yeah. So that's 2 each for the Anderson boys and 4 points in total for the Barons. 4-0, and the Barons are in a man-to-man defense.
The Anderson boys are off to a hot start. I'm sure their father's proud wherever he may be watching.
Yeah, just...
Couldn't keep a straight face on that one.
I couldn't keep a straight face when he said that either. But thank you. Yes, I am proud. Yeah.
A little strong on the outlet pass, out of bounds on the Barons. Lions ball as they bring it up court.
All right. And little full court defense there. And there we go again. You see the length of Isaiah Tolliver and a fast pass to Brian Anderson. The ball doesn't go in, but he will go to the line for 2. I think it's the anticipation, the speed of the game. A lot of times you hear that all the time, the speed of the game. And that's really, I think, the difference between the divisions. It might be the depth of the team, but definitely the speed of the game. When I've watched a couple of Colonia games, and they're a great red division team, they're battle tested. They play a tough schedule night in and night out.
No easy matchups in the red division for sure.
So both free throws fall for Anderson. The score is now 6-0. Calvary Christian brought a pretty big crowd. Right?
Well-traveled school.
Yeah.
Another steal for the Barons.
Is a bounce pass to Derek Anderson.
Tolliver to Anderson. Good assist. Good chemistry so far and a much-needed timeout for the Lions.
So, with Isaiah Tolliver being at the top key there, he seems to be disrupting the entry pass for and getting his hands on a lot of them, and then
Every
getting
possession,
fast
they
break.
can't even get the set right.
That's
He's
it.
all over it.
Yeah.
If you're the Lions coach, what would you be saying in the huddle? You're only down 8-0. It's early in the first quarter. What do you say to your guys to settle them down?
You try to take a little bit of the air out of the ball, and tell them to settle down, not panic, just let's work for our basket. Let's play our game. That's as a coach, when you come out and you have a team that's all over, you've got to slow them down. You've got to get them, to play their game.
Let's see if the coach heard your message.
All right, they can get that ball across half court, and they do. So number 5, and that was a very good timeout there. So
Gosselin with the first Lions buckets of the night.
And they get a stop down there. The leading scorer for Calvary Christian is Robert Kaufman. He's got 273 points on the season. And then Gosselin is the second leading scorer with 201 points.
Looks like a well-balanced 1-2 attack.
All right, it's a good rebound by Derek Anderson. And they're off to the races. Kicks it out to Micah Eason. There's a three-point attempt for Anderson. It's an air ball, so Calvary Christian will take over. And Adino Joseph is playing some defense there.
Woodbridge most certainly getting to the ball very well on defense.
Yeah. We close the lane out. And the ball actually, the referee was blocked. He couldn't see it, but the ball actually rolled off of the Calvary Christian player, but it'll work in their favor.
One thing I've learned in my many years is ball don't lie. Woodbridge will get it back if it should have been their possession.
There it goes. Oh. He steps out of bounds. Quick shot, and it goes. That was a nice shot by Robert Kaufman. That's a catch and shoot, better than you see.
And out the timeout, we're down back to a one-possession game.
And a nice block there by number 23, Michael Schaefer.
Looks like Calvary's finally starting to find their groove.
And nice turnaround play, but doesn't fall. Derek Anderson goes up high and gets the ball into the hole. 6 points for Anderson so far. Nice deep shot there, doesn't fall. Rebound to Tolliver. Anderson kicks it over to his brother for the 3 ball, but it doesn't go. Good rebound by Joseph.
Good move by Anderson, but just doesn't fall in. Some substitutions as Brian and Derek Anderson head out for a breather.
All right. And they've been going pretty hard, and in comes Zayd Johnson and Manny Cruz. Manny Cruz was primarily a JV player this year, but he is a scorer, and he just comes in, and that's it, and that's what the coach likes about him. That's what he's out there to do, is to score.
Nothing more like when you get out off the bench and you just start scoring, Kyle. Nothing like it.
A lot of confidence. You love to see that. Nice hustle, good hustle. All right. You like to see when players come off the bench, play with confidence, and then there's really no momentum lost.
Right. And you said he's only a sophomore, right?
Only a sophomore, and
looks really poised. You would have thought he was a senior.
yeah. And he's had some big JV games. I believe he had 38 points against St. Thomas the first time they played. Nice move there. Oh, what a nice move. Michael Schaefer with the spin in the paint. And he goes high off the glass. Isaiah Tolliver finds Zay Johnson. The ball doesn't go.
Lions marching back up the court. It looks like it's going back the other way.
Yep. Okay, Isaiah Tolliver gets a breather. He's been very aggressive on defense. You know, he's not made any points, but he's really
a difference maker.
Yeah, difference maker out there.
Not everything shows up in the stat sheet, but the hustle plays were there.
There we go. Zay Johnson goes in with the floater. Doesn't go.
Happens from time to time. Sometimes the rim can be your best friend.
Yeah.
Or your worst enemy.
You want to see him try and get that on the glass. All right. Good. Oh, nice defense there by Brian Anderson. And
an easy two for Joseph.
Nadino Joseph goes up high off of the glass there.
I tell you, man, every possession, Woodbridge makes them work for the basket. There's no easy basket for the Lions yet so far.
New player Joshua Stevens has come in for Calvary Christian. All right, that's a hand check foul on Zay Johnson. That's his first. And team second. Brian Anderson gets on top of that ball. What a great pass there. Oh, Nadino Joseph goes in for the dunk and doesn't fall. That's a confident three-point shot there.
Oh.
And was that number 5?
It looks like it was.
Gosselin, I believe, hit that shot. Getting used to some of these players' names from Calvary Christian. Here's Manny. Manny goes up, and shot gets blocked. Brian Anderson right there on defense, guarding his man
consecutive blocks
closely.
on possessions.
There's a nice tipped rebound. He gets it over to Micah Eason. Ooh. Micah Eason with the Euro step left-handed layup. What do you say about that?
I say
he's only 16 points away now, right?
say he's marching his way to 1,000.
Yes, he is. That's one thing that Micah does really well. He gets to the basket, and he also gets to the line. He's leading the team in free throws and free throw attempts, and that's because he drives to the basket.
What would you have done if Joseph made that putback dunk?
I probably would have walked out of the gym and had a drink of water, you know. That was a heck of a play. All right. So at the end of one, Woodbridge Barons are winning 16-9. So here we go. So if you're on Woodbridge side, what do you say if you're Coach Tuchinski right now? What are you saying to your team?
I think you praised the boys for the hot start. The defense is aggressive, but they knew coming out of that Lions timeout, something changed a little bit in the momentum. They put some points on the board. Just settle down the offense. A couple set possessions. They're running the fast break well, but take as many easy baskets as you can.
Yeah, you can't keep that pace up the entire game.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully it'll help them build a big lead. And if I'm the coach from Calvary Christian, who is Coach Jordan Coxman. I'd be right now trying to get back to what we talked about at the first time out, because it clearly settled the team down, and they were able to get back. They were able to get back into the game.
Kyle, did you ever play any basketball in your playing days?
I did. I played my freshman and sophomore year, and then I moved over to winter track. It was just basketball was a sport that I played better when I got back to my adult years. I was a shooter. Never saw a shot I didn't like.
There we go.
Ugh.
I thought I was going to the NBA, and God stopped me at 5'8", and me and the rim never agreed.
Well, that's all right. You were pretty good out there on the D line in football, right?
I did all right for myself.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so we have a new entry for Woodbridge. We have Angel Valdez. I'm sorry. Angel's number 31. He's one of the big men on the team. Stands at 6'4".
Good awareness by Derek, getting himself out of that jam there.
Yeah, you could go down in that corner and have some problems for you. Here goes Micah Eason, and they are doubling him up. And Derek Anderson for the three, but it doesn't fall. Coach usually gives him the green light because he'll shoot, and this is the thing: shooters have to shoot. So you can't get discouraged after the first few misses.
I think the three-point shot's been the greatest revolution mirroring Steph Curry that we've seen in basketball.
Absolutely, and this offense is very similar to what you see at Golden State. And there goes Isaiah Tolliver for his first basket of the day. That was a nice shot. You like to see these guys take those mid-range jumpers, because like you mentioned, that three-point line, kids tend to stand on it, All right, some aggressive defense by Valdez. Causes a turnover. Score is 18-9. We have the Woodbridge football barons in the bleachers cheering on their basketball buddies.
In full force.
Yeah. Probably a few wrestlers in there, too. Wrestling teams having a very good year.
When I was at Woodbridge, I wrestled for about 2 weeks.
Did you?
I lost 7 pounds.
All right.
There we go.
Okay.
Best weight loss plan there is.
You have to write that down so I can borrow that from you.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's the truth. I just didn't see myself in a singlet. That's what it came down to.
All right.
Good Barons defensive possession.
Schaefer goes in for 2.
Micah driving up the court. Takes the foul, off to the line he goes.
They know, they've done their homework. They know that Eason is the scorer. They're not going to let him get any easy ones. Once he gets past the first defender, there's a layer of the defense that he's got to get through.
Right.
Okay. Did Eason hit his
He hit his first
and one?
He hit the first one, the and one.
All right, so that's 4 points for him. Violation there? Or
tipped off the rebound.
Gotcha.
Ball again.
Okay. Things are working in the Barons' favor right now. Derek Anderson gets in for the finger roll.
Seeing in this quarter, the Barons are settling to drive down into the paint, take those hard-fought baskets.
Okay, eventually you're going to have to play some half-court defense and half-court offense, and that's what Calvary is forcing Woodbridge to do, and Woodbridge is, figuring out where are their opportunities to score here. They're challenging every shot by Calvary Christian. You see a lot of hands going up, and I think they feel comfortable trying to block a lot of and challenge their shots. There's one that didn't go well for the Barons, but the Barons are not letting them get any easy ones.
No easy shots. I think that's the motto for tonight.
Yeah.
Number 23, Michael Schaefer at the line for his first free throw of the night.
Doesn't go.
And he gets the second one to go. 21-12, Barons in the lead.
There's a full court press here. Barons see if they can figure this out. Get the ball right into the middle. Go right up to Angel Valdez, but the ball goes a little too hard off the glass.
Great look.
And that's 2 points for Robert Kaufman. It's a 7-point lead. Joshua Stevens with the ball. He gets it over to number 1, Robert Kaufman.
Kaufman starting to heat up.
Drains it, and he will go to the line.
I think we're seeing here the lines are starting to settle in.
They are. They're realizing they can play with Woodbridge, and it's just a matter of how long can they keep up that pace. They're going to battle back into it right now. They have a chance to get it within 4. Shot goes for Kaufman. That's 7 for him. So the one thing you can't take away is when a team is 17-2, they go on the court and expect to win. That's a great shot there by Micah Eason. That's 2 more for him.
It's a great point to bring up. You can't take away their confidence. You can take away their shot, take away their driving lanes, but they're still going out to win every possession.
So there's one, Joseph just got a little too aggressive. But yeah, when you're 17-2, you walk on the court, you expect to win. And you're going to see, all right, the tempo was a little different than our conference. And now it's going to be how your coach coaches you throughout this game to get adjusted to it.
On that last possession, Ethan, another 2 points closer to 1,000.
Yeah. I'd love to see them just pause the game for a moment and acknowledge his effort.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable that he's gonna accomplish that, but I don't want to jinx him. It's like talking about a no-hitter in the middle of the game. A lot of tips going on here, and Zayd Johnson gets that one in.
Lions keeping up the pace.
And the ball goes off of Schaefer's head. Get it over to Mike Eason. He goes up high.
Another tough basket.
He should have got the and one on that one.
He did so good the first time they said, why not try again?
Yeah.
By Jeremiah Kachi.
Joshua Stevens goes in pretty easily there. Pass gets picked off. Kaufman goes to the basket, finds Kyle Durkin. Basket doesn't go. Zayd Johnson, shot gets tipped, swings it over to Isaiah Tolliver, in and out. And Anderson goes a little tough, having a little trouble getting the ball in there. They're getting open looks on the layup, but the ball, it's like this isn't even their gym.
No, like I said, the rim could be your best friend or your worst friend.
Absolutely. All right, so timeout is called. Score is 27-19 in favor of the Barons.
But if you're the Lions coach, you have to like where you're at in this game so far. You can't be up too upset.
No, not at all. You know, you're in a gym that you're unfamiliar with. You're on the road. You're the lower seed, and right now you're only down by 8 points. You know, Woodbridge, they should be thinking, how do we widen this lead? How can we do that? And they're going to have to do it by, one, making their shots, and they're going to have to stay aggressive on defense.
Yeah, I'll tell you that last possession, 3 good looks. I'm just surprised that Derek Putbat bounced back. I know that hurts
Oh,
his
yeah.
father wherever he may be watching. We'll check
that
in
one
with
was
him.
Brian, so his dad usually could tell the difference between the two of them.
There we go.
Only a dad can.
Oh.
But you're right. Sometimes when you're rushing because you're confident that you can score, the details, it's the small details that you got to make sure you continue to pay attention to. Here's Tolliver looking for Eason, doesn't get it to him. Here we go. And here comes the defense. And Eason does not have enough to get it in there. Kaufman confidently pulls up like that. Rebound to Calvary Christian. And that's Kyle Durkin for his first bucket of the day.
Give the Lions credit on that possession. Very patient, waited for the best look.
All right.
Tolliver with his response.
Deep three. And that's Joshua Stevens, and he lets the crowd know. And again, they have not made that adjustment, so they can't trade baskets with Woodbridge and expect to close this lead down.
Now,
Here we
Tolliver
go.
again. Easton
Nice.
with an easy layup.
There we go. Issa with 10 points. And that's the foul on him.
Michael Schaefer with the nice bucket.
And Ladino Joseph drives in on a great feed from Isaiah Tolliver, and will have an opportunity. He's the best free thrower on the team. I mentioned that Micah Easton gets to the basket, but Ladino Joseph's a very soft touch on the line there.
Woodbridge have been giving up a few points on each defensive possession, but every time they have a response on offense, which has kept them in the lead.
Good defense there by Micah Eason. Kick out to Kaufman, and Kaufman hits the corner three-pointer, brings them within 6.
You said earlier in the game that Kaufman was their leading scorer, and living up to the motto, big players make big-time plays.
You're right about that. Here we go. Woodbridge, they're not playing for the last basket. Here's Kaufman again, and he is warming up.
I think he's found his sweet spot right there in his corner.
He did.
He may be away, but he's found his home.
There, yes. I love it. Micah Eason slashes in. All right. So at the halfway score, Woodbridge Barons 37, Calvary Christian Lions 32. That was a big run by the Lions at the end of the half. What do you think about that?
I think Kaufman got hot at the right time, kept this team in the game, and they have some good things to look forward to in the second half.
Absolutely. All right, well, folks, we're going to take a break here. 37-32 at the half. Thank you very much. Between the Woodbridge Barons and the rowdy Calvary Christian Lions from Old Bridge. Steph, how you doing? I'm here with Steph Lally. Steph, what did you think of the first half?
Quite entertaining, great basketball. Lions finished the half hot. Let's see if they can continue that streak.
Woodbridge is going to have to get that momentum back. Lions open up in a 3-2 zone, so they're going to force Woodbridge to move that ball around and then hit those shots.
Kyle, as a shooter, changing baskets after halftime, did that bother you at all?
Some gyms have a flimsy rim. You know, you might have a rim that grabs the ball a little bit better, but no teams know that better than the home team.
Right. I think everyone's waiting to see on this possession if Kaufman gets the ball to continue his hot end to the second half.
Yeah, he's more of it's got to be a travel call. Yeah, you know, he went into no man's land there. That's not his territory. He is a perimeter shooter, and but I'm sure he'll get back to it. He's grabbing his knee a little bit there. He's got a sleeve on it. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious. Ball over to Zayd Johnson. He gets a nice look, and he hits for three.
Nothing but net.
Yeah.
Much needed basket for the Barons to kick off the second half.
Yeah.
Eason on the break, 4-2.
Okay, quick basket. And I noticed that Derek Anderson didn't come out of the locker room. He didn't start the second half, and I don't see him on the bench. I hope he's okay. Oh, there he is. Okay. And Nidino Joseph
making his
challenges that one. Nice behind the back pass, behind the back dribble for Anderson. No good for Tolliver. Jackson O'Connor with his first basket of the day. Kick out. Eason gets nailed and no call. Wow.
So Eason took that straight up into the contact.
Yes, he did. And Tolliver got the call, but Eason took a shot.
If he was in the NBA, he would have got the call. He would have flopped.
That's, it's an art. It's an art,
It's all a part of the game, they say.
Yeah, who's the best flopper you know? Is it LeBron?
I think I'd go with Embiid.
Okay, all right. Right, couple of substitutions. Number 4, A.J. Mekki comes in. Tolliver does not get it.
The Lions may be the away team, but they travel well. The crowd's making them presence heard and felt.
Nice no-look pass there. They're trying to get that perimeter, and there's a travel by Joshua Stevens. They're trying to get that corner jumper because that was working for him, and Woodbridge is defending that very well.
Very well.
8-point lead here with 5 minutes to go. Zayd Johnson for three. So he is taking over where Kaufman left off.
Right in that
Same
spot.
Same
spot. Well, I might put on some basketball shorts and try out that spot and see if I can hit a few threes.
Yeah, it's like the video game where it lights up on the floor.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, no, doesn't go for Johnson. Here's Kaufman at the top of the key looking for somebody to get it to.
Barons aren't giving him any room to breathe this possession.
So right now they have Anderson on Kaufman. Anderson's known to be a very good defender. So that would be one of the things that I would have said in the halftime, is not to give him any breathing room. Little too deep for Tolliver. Nice pass, but it doesn't go. Woodbridge still maintains possession. There's a timeout by Calvary Christian. I apologize. I said earlier I called them Calvin Christian a couple of times, but that's just a little slip there. And Calvary Christian Lions out of Woodbridge. Last year was the first year I heard of the school, and but I noticed that they always had pretty good record, and they really take their basketball very seriously, and it's nice, small school coming in. This is the one thing I like about the county tournament. This is why the county tournament is probably one of the most competitive and hardest tournaments, because you can have the smallest of schools like a South Amboy going up against the biggest of schools like an Edison or a Woodbridge.
Right.
And, to have that opportunity, because the state tournament, you're always playing a school of your size. Right. But then in these tournaments here, this is where you can really have that Cinderella team.
Right. You can really see who can ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, you could be a very small school, but if you can find 5 kids in your school that could play a little basketball, it's
magic can happen.
Yeah, it's not like football. Who was that hit that 3? Was that Mike Eason?
Mike Eason. I think he's right on the cusp of 1,000 points at this point.
It is close. His team is standing up. And, bad injury there. The players went down. It's like his wrist is hurt, but I think his bone probably came down really hard on the wood floor. That's number 10, Jackson O'Connor, and look at the toughness there. He's refusing to come out. He's still holding his wrist. Good sportsmanship by Anderson. Come over, give him 5. Let him know it was all part of the game.
I think the refs are asking the trainer to take a look at him.
Yeah, they don't want to let him, he laid down on the ground for a minute. They had to slow up the game. They may ask him to come out for a play. Usually that's the case where you got to come out for one play and get checked out. So I think he's going to have him come off.
But no doubt in our minds he wanted to play.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And, we were talking. Oh, here we go. So Mike Eason, senior, eclipsed on his last basket, eclipsed 1,000 points.
What a special moment.
Overall, Woodbridge High School history to reach 1,000-point milestone. Please help us congratulate Micah and his family on his outstanding accomplishment.
Micah Eason's a tremendous young man. At times he went through a few droughts during the year, and this is a 4-year accomplishment. To get 1,000 points for any player, it's not an easy thing to do. And there were times where I know he was going through a little drought, but then he picked things up. He let the game come to him. I'm so proud. I coached him when he was small.
You're talking like a coach.
I coached him when he was small. Micah always was a basketball first kid, and he's worked really hard on his craft. And I know his mom Lisa and his sister Trinity and his dad are all very proud of him. And Micah has that behind him now. and now he can focus on the win.
Yes. There's many clubs at Woodbridge High School, but it looks like the 1,000-point club might be the most select club to get into, and he joined some Woodbridge High School greats in that club.
Yeah, yeah. Congratulations to Micah Eason, and look at player Robert Kaufman going over and giving him 5, and Kaufman, you know, I don't know where he's at, but he definitely looks like a 1,000-point player.
Absolutely.
All right, and that's Michael Schaefer hits his first free throw. I think he's shooting for Jackson O'Connor on that one, right? O'Connor is still holding that wrist over there, but I think the trainer checked him out, and I think he's okay. It's probably some kind of a contusion. Okay. 12-point game, 48-36. Micah Eason showing what got him that 1,000. Nice ball handling skills there. Get the ball over to him. Corner jumper from Anderson, and Brian Anderson hits his first 3 of the game.
Nothing but net on that one. Eason just has such a good feel for the game.
Yeah, he really does. Brian Anderson with a nice steal, and he gets fouled by Joshua Stevens.
Let's say Woodbridge does advance after this game. What's next for them in the tournament?
So, wow, what a nice shot by Micah Eason. Colonia's on the other side of the bracket. I don't know who they have tonight. Nice defense by Nadino Joseph. Mentioned Nadino Joseph, and he is a scholarship-bound athlete, and he skied for that one, but he's a scholarship-bound athlete to Assumption University in Massachusetts.
Wow. And that's for football, right?
And that's for football, a sport he only started playing a few years ago. Schaefer is fouled by Brian Anderson, and he gets the and one. He'll go up for the free throw. Derek Anderson comes in for Zayd Johnson.
Schaefer had no problem with the free throws last time he was at the line.
Yeah, smooth stroke.
And continues his success.
$12 points for Schaefer. Eason to Tolliver to Joseph.
Joseph starting to heat up. What a luxury to have on your team, a guy like that.
Oh, gosh. He's a physical specimen there, and also a great defender.
I think we're seeing the point of the game where the Barons are starting to bust it open.
Yeah, this is where the Barons have been able to maintain the tempo. Nice play by Schaefer. Doesn't go.
Anderson getting himself out of jam with his speed.
Takes a shot, it's blocked. So Woodbridge is trying to stretch this to a 20-point lead, and Kaufman just does not want to let that happen. Takes a deep 3. Anderson on the fast break, and the ball doesn't go in. Tried to go with the finger roll. Good hands. And there's Micah Eason. He throws it up. I've got to run out of the gym. Throws it off the glass, and Nadino Joseph with a statement dunk.
And we saw that earlier from Joseph. He almost did it earlier in the game.
They've been waiting for that from him all season long. And Micah Eason unselfishly throws it up for him. And to be able to get that dunk ignited their team, and that might have been the dagger.
What an incredible play. If ESPN was here, we're only a humble Woodbridge 35, but if ESPN was here, we'd be on the top 10 plays.
So Kason Visuals,
Uh-huh.
one of our great community photographers, is there, and I am hoping he got that play. He's in the perfect position in the corner of the floor. I'm hoping he got that on tape. If not, we'll be playing that on our social media all day because we were there to call it.
But definitely an exciting time for that young man.
Yeah.
Scholarship this week, and then that finishes the week with a dunk.
Alley-oop dunk at that, and I mean, that was just ups, you know. Oh boy, you know, nothing like energy, and these kids have it right now. And you know, at the end of the first half, Calvary Christian Lions had it, and right now that dunk was a statement dunk, and they needed it, you know, because with that three-point line and Kaufman out there, they could get this game back just like that.
Absolutely.
But you need to have a play like that to really just let them know, hey, you know what? We're here, and we're gonna be here all day. Now let's see how Calvary Christian comes out of this timeout. Their timeouts have been very good for them. Nice turnaround, but doesn't go. And this is going to be picked up by the Barons. Almost a rebound there by Anderson. Doesn't go. Anderson alters number 10 Jackson O'Connor's shot. And there's going to be a travel call.
I think he accidentally hit his head against Joseph's leg.
Yeah, none of that was intentional. It was, you know, you have to be careful when you shift your feet, and the referees know exactly what they're looking for. When they see you roll any direction, it's considered a travel.
Absolutely, but this has been a very good, clean game called by the refs, letting the kids play.
Yeah,
Doesn't really happen a lot in the extracurricular playoff games, the county tournaments.
And we've seen blocks on both sides.
Absolutely.
And not a lot of fouls called. They're letting them play. You know, it's been an up and down game.
Yeah, that's the best thing you could be as a referee, right? A non-factor.
Yes, that's right.
Number 14.
I think that was my senior superlative, too.
There's Manny in the corner and gets it over to Derek Anderson. So they're going to be a little more cautious with the ball and take a few passes here. Anderson drives in. Ball doesn't go. He gets tipped, so he gets it back. Shot doesn't fall. So at the end of 3, we have a 20-point game. Woodbridge Barons 59 and Calvary Christian Lions 39. What do you think they have to do to get back into it?
I think they have to find the original magic in the first half. I think they have to establish Kaufman, whether it's in the wings or at the top of the key, to get his three-point shot back. They're doing everything they can. It's just Woodbridge is doing it better.
Yeah.
It's just one of those games where, you know, when you mentioned it earlier in the game, gold division, white division, the divisions matter. And I think now in the fourth quarter, we're seeing that more apparent.
I think so. And, you know, Woodbridge had 6 losses on the season. I know that they lost to South Plainfield, who's a very tough opponent. They lost to Sayreville, very tough opponent. They split with both of those teams. And every game came down to the last few shots, and you know, the tempo of the game and being able to keep that pace and shoot when your legs are tired and things, and having that defender that is, you know, right now whoever's defending Kaufman is not giving him a lot of room.
Right.
And that's what you have to do. You have to close up that space with a player like that. If you know that that's their threat, you got to close them up. I think Calvary Christian is good for a run here. It's a matter of whether or not is that run good enough for 20 points.
Looks like they look to answer that question on this possession as they start the fourth quarter with the ball.
And there's their guy that they, you know, tried to get the ball to. They get another shot at it. Good defense by Micah Eason. And Micah Almost leaves another one up there for Joseph to slam, but Joseph politely puts it in.
I think he wanted to be easy on the backboard that one. He know we didn't have any spares in the closet.
Yeah.
Schaefer back at the line where he's been lights out so far today.
It's like might have been a little commotion in the bleachers. Anderson takes a deep shot, doesn't fall.
It's a very long pass, something you might see in the Super Bowl this Sunday.
Micah Easton goes up nicely for a layup.
Very soft finger roll on the finish.
And number 5, Hudson Goslin will go to the line for 2.
When you coached Easton way back when, did he still have that same passion and intensity, driving to the basket, doesn't care who's in his way?
He always knew how to get to the basket. He, he developed a good ball handling skills at a young age, and that enables you to kind of go through the defense.
Right.
And so Micah was very good at that, and he learned how to score. He had to develop his outside shot, and still, that's something that as he goes to college, he's going to probably work on for his game. So the free throws don't go for Goslin. Six minutes left, score 63-41. Brian Anderson kicks it over to Eason. Derek Anderson drives in, kicks it over to Tolliver. Tolliver fakes his man and gets the 3. It's his first 3 of the day.
He's been waiting all night for that shot, and it finally goes.
And he is a great corner shooter too. Okay, that ball goes off of the Lions player. And you have to use this game also as a prep game. You know that you're going to go in. Now Woodbridge will go in and face a upper division team after this if they close this win out. Most likely it will be Colonia. A nice shot again by Isaiah Tolliver, who is warming up from three-point land.
Do you think the Woodbridge-Colonial rivalry is still alive and well?
It always is, no matter what. These kids know each other. Micah Eason, and I did not think it was a travel, but the referee did. And came down, caught the ball, looked like he took 2 steps, but, you know.
Your shirt's black, my shirt's white, but they're not both black and white. Who
That's
are we
right.
to say, right?
You're not the ref. I'll give the ref the nod on this one. Okay. Brian Anderson gets it to Micah Eason and says, you know what? Try it again.
And Eason definitely took advantage of the opportunity.
All right, so now it's a 71-41. Here we are. We had a 4-point game at half?
I think it was either a 4 or a 6-point lead at half, and the Barons haven't taken their foot off the gas pedal in the second half.
And right now, you know, like while you want to be respectful, it's 30-point lead. You want to maybe get some guys an opportunity that are not normally get an opportunity to play in a varsity game. But I think the coach will probably wait until there's under 3 minutes because anything can happen. You could lose the momentum, and I've seen this happen before where you take the foot off the gas pedal and a team that knows how to win comes back into it, and then you're in a dogfight.
Right.
There's one player over there I wanted to mention, Jordan Byron Williams, as a senior. A few weeks ago, got pushed into the wall on a layup and ended up breaking his arm.
Oh, no.
He was having a fantastic year this year, and you know, it's he's over there supporting his team, being a great teammate this year, and really, you know, part of that team. You know, and you know, I hate to see a kid in their senior year go down with an injury like that. You know?
Painful thing indeed.
Yeah. Okay, nice to see Jackson O'Connor back out there. Okay, turnover will go to the Barons. 4 minutes and 55 seconds. I think so they're gonna slow the ball down. They're gonna move the ball around. And here's a shot from the corner. Doesn't go. And
Floater doesn't go.
Brian Anderson causing havoc over there.
I think every basketball team needs one of those, a disruptor.
Yeah, he does all the intangibles, you know, the rebounds, the steals. Nice pass from Anderson to Tolliver, but he's too deep under the basket. Oh, there goes Anderson. Attempts on the foul. Jackson O'Connor.
That is one tough kid. He's hit the floor several times today, and he bounces right back up.
He is. And, you know, it's just style of play. Woodbridge is not going to allow any easy baskets.
I give him credit. I'm only 25, but I even think about the ground. I just don't get up.
Ball off of Anderson's leg. 4 minutes and 2 seconds left. It's a 28-point game.
Pass just a tad bit too high for his teammate.
I'll tell you, Coach Tuchinski, I don't like to jinx anybody, but there's a strong argument for him for be division coach of the year. This is his third season. Woodbridge were co-champs for the white division, and this is the first time they had a division title since 1982.
My goodness. I think the case here has been made.
Yeah. I know they say that you're an old soul, but that was before you were born.
Kyle, that is a certified fact.
Micah Eason for two on the fast break. They are padding his 1,000 points there. Basket doesn't go. Anderson.
Good job keeping his handles there.
So we see Coach Tuchinski is getting some players ready to come in the game. He's got 5 players to sub in. A couple of them are seniors. You have Lucas McGorry and Zaid Johnson. Zaid's a regular player out there where he's been out there with the starting lineup often. But they're coming in. Oh, no, Zaid's not going in. Okay. Manny Cruz and Ricardo Reyes. And, Zaid's going in for the shooter. So Mike Easton will shoot it. And if it goes,
it's good. What a night for Easton. Big night for him.
Big night for him. I mean, really special night for him. Very happy for his family and Micah. He's really worked hard. He'll be a part of the Woodbridge 1,000-point legacy in basketball for a very long time. All right.
Hoffman back in for the Lions. Kyle, you've watched a lot of games this year. What does this rank on the Barons win list this year on your mind?
You know, I'd say they had some big wins at South Plainfield and really big wins against North Brunswick. The 2 wins against North Brunswick were key. North Brunswick, the second win was sealed the division title. I'd say this have to be the third best win, but this sets the tone for get ready for this tournament.
Gotcha. And I know you watch a lot of Barons basketball, so good opinion there.
Thank you.
About 90 seconds left in this game.
And yeah, Woodbridge is playing right up until the end. And right now, this is a great time to thank those that are behind the cameras. We have Miss Samantha Roth and Will Rubiano from TV 35, and their director and fearless leader, Gina Forbes. You know, it's nice to be able to do this. We're at 3 different locations tonight in TV 35, and our crew is out there. But this is great for the community. Our kids are able to see themselves as a family. I sent this link out to family members all throughout the country, and they're following my boys. And, you know, I can't thank the crew at TV 35 enough.
It's Woodbridge TV at the top, and I don't think there's a close second.
You're right. Absolutely. We need to get one of those Emmys for cable TV, right?
Absolutely.
There we go. 41 seconds left. The score is 77-51. Another player came in, Justin Encarcion. He's got the Batman mask. Looks like he must have had a nose injury or maybe a eye injury. And not to be done with his work, Robert Kaufman drains another 3. Lucas Magori goes up and under with some fancy layup work there.
I'll give this second unit for Woodbridge credit. They've come in hot, kept the momentum going.
Yeah. And that's what you expect out of a coach. Like, you know, you're out there, don't stop playing. You know, right now they're going to just take the air out of the ball, and it looks like it'll be a 79-56 win. Woodbridge will move on to the next round, most likely against Colonia Patriots.
That's a matchup this Saturday, right? If I'm not mistaken.
That it will be at Piscataway High School. So what's your take on the game there, Steph?
I think a great game. Woodbridge pulled away in the second half, but let's continue to talk about the Lions' effort. They came in here. They knew it was a tough fight. They came to fight. It didn't go their way. Sportsmanship was there.
Yeah.
And I wish them luck and success for whatever comes next for them.
Yeah, if they go into the state playoffs, but they also they played very honorably, and they can hold their heads up high. You know, for Woodbridge, it's on to the next round, and I think they should be proud of the fact that they earned 2 byes to get that first round.
Correct.
And now they've won that one. So, you know, Steph, it was a lot of fun working with you.
Always a pleasure, Kyle.
Okay, so from Stefan Lally and Kyle Anderson here, TV 35, thanks for joining us, and have a good night.